My name is Gabriela Tscholl. I'm an MA student in the Department of Communication Studies, and my advisor is Dr. David Henry. My project is entitled Presidential Memorial Speeches, Barack Obama at Tucson, Sandy Hook, and Orlando. On June 16, 2016, President Barack Obama faced the difficult task of addressing a grieving nation in the wake of the largest mass shooting in United States history. The combined act of terror and hatred at Orlando's Pulse nightclub left 49 dead and many more wounded. Sadly, this is not the first time that Obama has been called forth to fulfill the role of comforter-in-chief, as he has responded to 14 mass shootings throughout his presidency. Sadly, in the weeks that have since passed, images of pain, suffering, and loss still flash across our television screens and dominate news headlines. Thus, it is no surprise that issues of gun violence, terror, and national security remain at the forefront of the presidential election and debates. For it is within these moments of chaos and confusion that citizens look to their president to provide both comfort and understanding. Thus, my research explores presidential leadership as it is enacted within moments of tragedy. Now, there are three distinct types of speeches: ceremonial, deliberative, and forensic, or legal. My research is most concerned with the first two. Ceremonial communication is grounded within the present, as it is used to place praise or blame on an individual or situation. In contrast, deliberative communication is focused on the future, as it seeks to advance political and legislative agendas. Now, although memorial speeches fall within the category of ceremony, due to the fact that mass shootings are quickly becoming a recurrent crisis, this requires the president to take this issue out of the public realm and into the realm of politics. Now, three important themes have emerged in my analysis of President Obama's speeches. I have found that he utilizes messages of unity and hope in order to create a sense of identification between the audience and the fallen. In turn, this process of identification allows him to exercise his presidential and deliberative authority within a ceremonial context. Now, in Tucson, President Obama defines identification as the moment in which an individual sees themselves in the eyes of another. He states, "They are part of our family, an American family, 300 million strong. Although we may not have known them personally, surely we can see ourselves in them." Here, Obama states that despite our differences of religion, race, or backgrounds, we can unite through the shared values and beliefs that define us as Americans. In his speech at Sandy Hook, Obama calls for the creation of a unified and compassionate audience. He states, "We come to realize that we bear a responsibility for every child because we're counting on everybody else to help look after ours, that we are all parents, that they are all our children." Here, Obama argues that we must acknowledge the obligations that we have towards one another in ensuring the protection and well-being of all. And lastly, in his speech at Orlando, we see Obama highlight the transformative nature of tragedy, for he states, "Out of this darkest of moments, that gives us hope, seeing people reflect, seeing people's best instincts come out. Maybe in some cases, minds and hearts changed." Here, Obama states that despite the bleakness of our present situation, we must find hope in our ability to create positive changes in the actions we can take moving forward. Now, my research poses several important implications for viewers of the debates as well as voters in this election season. First, by examining President Obama's memorial speeches, viewers and voters can gain a better understanding of political and presidential communication, as my research highlights the complex nature of tragedy as well as the discourses that follow. Second, by examining the persuasive strategies used in Obama's speeches, voters can be more aware of the specific ways in which candidates aim to mobilize citizens as well as advocate for their policies. In closing, the presidential debates and the election is a time for reflection and making decisions, as citizens look to select a candidate that they believe can best guide this nation through moments of stability as well as tragedy. In this view, the election and debate is quite similar to Obama's conceptualization of tragedy, for he states there are moments in which citizens must take to ensure that we align our values with our actions. Thank you.